Hello, hello, hello. Hi, Irene and Thelma. And did you send your R's here to you? There you are. Good to see you guys. Thanks for coming in early, so I'm not talking to myself for the first few seconds. I appreciate that. Okay. All right. Well, we are going to continue our work with the, what's it called? What's the paper pack called? It's called something by George. It's from Chabella. Sorry. From Chabella, and it's called The Forest Tales. The Forest Tales paper pack from Chabella. And last 2 weeks we've made our lighted hutch. I brought that, so anybody who hasn't been with us, which is not yet, but if they back up and watch from the beginning, they'll see this. This is our lighted hutch we made the last 2 weeks working together. I absolutely love the way it turned out with the moss and the snow on the moss. I'm very, very happy with it. And we have all of the pieces available for you to make your own available in the store. This hutch is from Studio Light. And then we've got the Forest Tales paper pack. And the only other thing you have to get from me in order to do this project, we may already have them, is fairy lights. I used a 3.3 foot, basically a 3 foot string of fairy lights to light our little hutch. But great, great fun. Oh, I really encourage you guys to try it because it's really fun. And today we're going to continue our adventure. Let me turn this off. We're going to continue our adventure by taking our leftover pieces, and then I'll probably add some things out of my own crafty stash. Look, there's the Forest Tales I was looking for right below my nose. And we're going to take these leftover pieces and we're going to do some junk journaling in our journal, where we already have a couple of pages going. So I'm going to, this is one I've done, a background I've done with Sea Sponge. Maybe we'll use it today because it would be kind of a foot up on getting things going. Okay, so anyway, that's what we're up to. I'm so excited. I love this process right here. It is great, great fun. So I have to decide what I'm going to use for my backgrounds. I do have this glorious piece that we used before for a side, and I do very much like this one. It's used on this last page. Maybe the next page in the book is too soon to reuse that. But I do love that fox. And that page is beautiful. I could start out. I'm just trying to look for what my focals are going to be on my 2 pages. So bear with me while I just hold things up and decide what I want to use. I do love that owl on the castle. It's beautiful. That's fun. And her tail is owl on the castle. That's really pretty. Got texture on the back, so I think I want to use that piece. I had one with a bear. So here's the bear. Really love this bear too. Okay, yep. I'm going to use this bear for sure. So let's go back a page. I already have this page prepped. If you're wondering how I did this, I used some of that ink, which you could use out of an ink pad, or you could use the bottle of ink like I did, or you could use like Jamie powders. This was what I used. I used Lindy's, but you could use anything that you have available. You could use acrylic paint. You could use ink pads. You could use whatever you like. And I put that on with a sea sponge so it would be nice and raggedy. And I love the way that turned out. It really looks like foresty material. So I'm going to start on that page. I'm going to put this bear right here as a starting point because it's beautiful. It's really beautiful. So I'm going to start with that. My paper cutter out here. Yes, I'm going to get my paper cutter which seems to be nowhere to be found. Honey, a paper cutter? Oh, here it is. Here it is. I got it. We were moving things around. We were plugging in my glue gun, and it didn't make its way back. So I'm going to start by measuring this. Okay, this is 5 5/8. So 5 3/8 ought to be a good cutting point to get started here. I really like this border that we have around the rest of it, so I think I'm going to cut this border off as well. I'm going to use that. Those otters have to be used somewhere because they're just too cute to leave. I'm going to take this border and put it back on my page because that's pretty. Okay. Honey, bring me some full sheet glue, please. The rolls or the sheets of tape. I don't care which. You don't usually have to do this. You don't have to glue every little speck of the background down. But because I've already said I probably want to varnish it. I'm glad I looked because this page would be upside down. Turn this around. Because I'm going to want to varnish over it, just a matter of personal taste. Like I did this page. I just like the way this glossy varnish looked on it when it was done. Again, junk journaling. It's all you, whatever you want to do. So I've decided I like mine varnished. So I'm going to put glue everywhere on here and stick it down. Oh, Teddy's here. Maybe we should just get our Teddy cam done since he's standing here saying, "Hey, Mom, I'm right here. Come here, Ted. Come here. Come here, Teddy." Now he's gone. Ted, come on. There he is. There he is. There he is. Hi. Are you going to tip the camera out, please, honey? Teddy decided it was Teddy cam time. He came running over to be seen. Hi, Glenn. We tried to check the schedule for the stiletto skiing. We were unable to find it, so I hope it's covered in our area. If not, you'll just have to keep us posted on your winnings. Hi. We, like probably half of America, tuned in to watch the opening ceremony. It was really late over here, though, unfortunately. So I wish we had some Eastern channel so we could have tuned in earlier. We waited until 8 for it to start, and then we just felt it. Oh, we didn't make it past 10. Or not much past 10. Oh, teddy bear. That's my baby. Come here. Come here. I know you have a nice big open table to wander on, but I want you to say hi to everybody. Say hi, guys. Hi, guys. Oh, boy. And he saw that we were getting up and getting ready. He ran to the door because he knew that if we were going to work, there was a good chance there might be treats involved. I don't think he understands Teddy Cam. He doesn't see you. You see him. But he does understand that when he comes out to work, in quotation marks, he gets to sit on the table and get one of his favorite treats. I don't know if I told you on Wednesday. I don't know if I told you on Wednesday that Jake's home. So we're excited about that. My son-in-law, who's a submarine man. Okay, here we go. Nice love. Oh boy. A little ear rub. Head rub. Okay, it's time to get down. Okay. He understands that too. He's done this routine a few times now. Grace put me some tape. And again, I'm only going to tape this everywhere because I'm only going to tape this everywhere because of the fact that I'm varnishing over it. It's amazing. He's been out to sea for 3 months. He left in November, early November. He's getting home, or got home, early February. And they've been having him work like 36 hours on and 12 hours off or something crazy since he's been home. So he and Jordan haven't been able to spend a lot of time together since he's been back. But nonetheless, she's delighted to have him back. And they're telling him he'll get some time off when they finish doing whatever it is they're doing, something that only he can do. So, okay, I don't have my sticky on all surfaces of this. Before I stick this down, I'm going to put a little bead of glue all the way around it. But I just want to make sure I have sticky everywhere. And again, this step is only necessary because I decided I wanted to varnish it. If you don't varnish it, you don't need this. And why did I decide to varnish it? Because I had glossy stickers, which I think are beautiful. They're really fun. And they're transparent, so you can put them down and see the background behind them, which makes them perfect. But they're glossy, and that glossy on some and matte on the other was bugging me. So this is my journal, and I tend to be fussy about things just like that. I decided to varnish my pages. Again, you don't have to. It's just a matter of personal choice. Bryce just cut me some vines and things. Thank you, honey. If you'll let me see the package, I'll show which brand we're using. It doesn't matter what brand I'm using for my vines and things. I just think that adding some little natural elements here and there makes for a neat scene. So you can probably put me back on the camera down too, if you would, honey. This is the brand we're using, Fantastic Flowers by Precious Marquee. It's a trading brand. I have my tape to the package so we can see it. I haven't put magnets in these yet. I'm going to. Just haven't had time. So, anyway. That's pretty much what I know. He's working lots. I love the way my background is a little bit of a waste of my background too. My painted background, put a whole sheet over here. I just like the way this whole sheet looks, so I'm going with it.
Should we say hi to Adeline?
Hi, Adeline. Good to see you, friend. I'm going to put my border back on the inside. Why? Just because I want to. No other reason. I have no good reason. I just feel like it's the thing to do. So, I'm really having fun with this junk journaling. I've been looking forward to doing this. Another junk journaling page is what we have as our kind of intro to the store, or intro to Simply Special Crafts page, YouTube page. If you're interested and haven't seen that yet, that's when we did these pages, which I have not yet varnished. And you can see what I mean about the glossy versus the flat. And I have 3 textures there. I have pearl, I have glossy, and I have flat. I just want to do more on there. Okay, so let's see what else we want to add here. Bryce just cut me some vines. I had some paper that I had painted with that same ink, which could be fun. I have more to be painted. And then he cut me some and some other paper over there. So I have some little vines I can add here and there as I want to. Jim looks good at getting her attention. Okay, I already have that there. Let's see what else we want. I like this bark. It would look like there was a tree there. That's kind of fun. On the other side of the bark. Oh, I have animals of every sort. So I've got some good cutouts there. What else I want to use? That's really cool. The fox looking up at the geese. That's really cool. All right, what else we got here? This is really neat, this owl. This might be a really good focal. I was kind of being attracted to this owl before. Then we can lay in some pieces around it. I think that owl on the castle is perfect. So I'm going to cut it out. And then I think I'll tear the edges of this one. Why? Because I can. I like the look of torn edges. And then we can start placing things around this owl, which will be fun. And we can also place some more things on our bear page. Yeah. Let's see. I'm going to just tearing away some. So I got that's just straight edge. If I pull it towards me, I'll have white on the edge. If I push it the other way, so you get little white edges. If I go the other way, like this, pushing it down, I will have printed edges. It doesn't matter to me because I'm going to ink around it anyway. So it's a good one to demonstrate on. Let's see, this side has the white edge showing because I'm pulling up, pushing down, I get a straight edge. Isn't that looking neat though? Look at that kind of decal edge I'm getting on there. I'm liking that. Debbie, be sure you have some of your spooning.
Actually, not sponging.
Sponging in the background. Yes. I'm using this on this page, so we'll get that sponging. We'll definitely do that. I just fell in love with that bear scene and I had to use it even though it was bigger. But I actually think it's good to show that you can put a whole big image if you want to. I can just put an image and some saying stickers if I want to. Don't even have to put saying stickers, but sometimes, depending on what you're trying to accomplish, even these little tear-off pieces work. So I won't be quick to toss stuff in the garbage this time. I like that. I'm going to have a distress ink here in that brown. Get a little. Just going to add just a touch up around these edges. Just a little bit. Kind of antique it. Just a tad. Like this owl. This owl's really cool. They have great imagery in this book.
Hi to Sharma.
Hey, Sharma. This is the 8x8 Forest Tales. Okay. I should probably have these paper I put under stuff when I ink it, so I don't always have to clean my table afterwards, but, you know, I don't think of these things. All right. We are rolling. Okay, I love my owl. I think my owl is particularly great. I need to figure out where I want to place him. I need to put something here because I should have gone, I thought about it and I didn't go with it, but I thought about when I was doing this that I probably wanted to have the pages finished, you know, on all 4 sides, but I only did 3, so I have a little cover up to do there. This would be a beautiful addition there. I have this on the prior page, so I don't know.
Tree bark.
Huh? Put some tree bark in? I could do that. That was a really neat effect, too. I could absolutely put some tree bark in. One next to the owl. That would look kind of good. I lose a lot of animals. I think that's the only piece of bark I have, so I'm going to just have to go with it. I'll let you know right now I'm good. I fully intend to cheat because I I have some other pieces from the Ciao collection here, including my stickers and things, and I intend to use from them generously. So why is that cheating? It's not. You're gonna use anything you have available in your collection. This torn.
Hi to Let's Craft from Denmark.
Hello, welcome, welcome, welcome. Good to see you again. We're glad to, excuse me?
According to Catherine, that's Karina. She remembered.
Oh, cool. Karina, it's nice to have you with us. Thank you for joining us. We love new crafty friends. And I remember you being with us the other day. We are having such fun with this. I'm having fun. I hope everybody else is. I have to believe if I'm having fun, you're probably having fun too. How's that for conceited? If I'm having fun, you must be having fun. How could you not? Okay, Yeah, I like that tree bark there, honey. That was a good suggestion. Excuse me. Let's get a little piece of paper out here and ink over that paper. This will just take care of any little remaining white edges. May as well ink it all the way around while I'm doing it. Just give it kind of a consistent feel. Great suggestion, Bryce. Okay. It's not a real big piece, so I'm just going to glue this one down, but I'll make sure I have it glued really well. Once again, I wouldn't have to worry about gluing quite so much, but I don't want anything bubbling up because I'm going to paint over this with lacquer. Now, when you put your lacquer on, especially the first coat, if you decide to do that, you don't have to do that. It's actually probably uncommon to do that. But if you decide to lacquer over it and you've done what I've done and you've used all different kinds of mediums, watercolors and ink pads and other things, there's a risk of bleeding into the lacquer. So rather than long sweeping strokes over things, you want to kind of daub on your first layer so that you're not pulling that color. Let that dry, and then you can use long strokes over the whole thing if you want to. But because I have a variety of mediums here, that is wise to consider. I had to tear up some really cute things on the other side. Make sure that my book still closes easily, depending on where I put that, and it's fine. Still have a little bit of a white edge between them, but I tell you what, we can make that less stark, because I'm just going to come right down here. And take care of that stark white edge. I like that. Soften that a lot. Okay. I already know I want my owl. I don't know why I'm almost thinking that I kind of like him at an angle, but I would like him at an angle, I think. And I'm going to leave some room at the top to do something else there like that. Yeah, I'm going to put him down at an angle. That's fun. If somebody was a psychologist, watching somebody junk journal would probably tell you a lot about them. I'm not sure what it would say about me, but we're probably better off not knowing. Hi, Elsie.
This is Elsie's birthday week.
It's your birthday week, Elsie. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, friend. We forgot to bring out our cards again. We'll bring them out when there's more of them, though. Karen was right on the money. She sent our cards already, even though our birthdays are towards the end of the month. They arrived on like the 1st. She was right on top of it. I was right on top of it once. It didn't last. Okay. Yeah, I really kind of like that angled piece. That's fun. Just to angle it a little. Look at our tree where we just took that piece of bark and ran it down the side and they tore it so it looks like bark. I love that. Then we got our owl kind of perched on the edge there like he's coming off the tree. That's so cool. So very cool. Let's see if we've got some greetings of any kind available here. I have this winter one. Oh, I do have this winter wonderland, which could be fun. It's going to cover up some of my castle. I don't think I can do that. Snowflakes are kisses from heaven. Late nights, good books. Warm tea and nice dreams. I like that little otter fellow there. I definitely got to use some of those, but let's see what else we want to put in our scene. This fox and kits are just too cute. I'm trying to make sure I'm not using exactly the same things I used before. I have used the fox kits before. And I think this fox in the snow, the sound of winter, it's really cool. That's really neat. Yeah. I got this badger that's really cool too. You can tear along the badger and put the badger in. I think I can do some of this without covering up. Let's do this. Let's take this badger. I'm just gonna, I like that tree limb maybe for the top. I'm just gonna tear this here. I don't so much want the house behind the badger. I don't know why. I just don't at this point. So I'm going to tear it along the tree, but not get the lights and things from the house there. Try not to get the lights from the house. I might get the lights from the house, but I'm trying not to. Yeah. Having the painted backgrounds is really nice because no matter what you decide to do, you're going to have some, it's going to be finished there. But as you begin to put things on, sometimes you'll cover up your background. And that's what Thelma was just cautioning against, was covering up my background. We may or may not do some of that covering up. I like this branch coming over here. I think this branch would be really fun for my corner. Now it's going to be bigger than I need, and I want to make sure I'm not covering up my castle because I love my castle there. So I'm only going to be able to use a small piece of this branch. Let's just take that here, and we'll see how it fits. I'm going to go up some into it. Still want my castle to show. Oh, like that. Like that, and I can actually even put in a little bit more on my branch if I want to. Let's distress ink this. This ink pad I'm using, in case you care, is brushed corduroy. Brushed corduroy. Let's see how this fits. Tear this a little bit so I don't have an absolutely straight edge there, which would be a natural. Liking the way this is coming together. So I didn't get taxes filed for 24 because I was undergoing the cancer treatments last year and I just didn't feel like it. I filed for an extension, but it turns out we have a refund anyway, so it doesn't really matter how long it takes me to file for a refund. They are happy to keep our money. But I started working on that. I finished it the other night and I was so happy. And then I don't know why. I had the printed copy in my hand, and I don't even know why I was looking through it. I just felt like I wanted to look through it a little bit more. And as I was looking through it, I realized I made a major mistake by leaving one of our rental properties off of the tax return. That won't do. I just left it off entirely. So, I've got to declare that income to the IRS. So I started looking at that. And then I thought, well, how did I forget this? How did I manage not to get this in here? Because some of the stuff should have come over from the last tax return. So I got out the 23 return and looked at it, and sure enough, I left the same property off of 23. So now I'm amending the 23 return, adding that property on, and then I'll have to do more with I'll have to take the 24 return from there. And anyway, taxes. Gotta love taxes. The good news is, that if I'm working on my taxes, I'm feeling good. Because that's not something you do when you're not feeling good. Definitely feeling more like myself these days. Is it that way? Or do I want it that way? I think I want it that way. So, yikes. This book is really reminiscent of the forests here in the Pacific Northwest. Although we don't have any big, tall trees necessarily that you can see, but we have evergreens everywhere. Ooh, liking the way this is coming together. Isn't that fun? Let's see what else we've got here. That's looking nice. And I wanted to put this otter in, or no, badger in. And I want part of this tree, but I don't think I want all of this tree. So I'm going to come back in and take part of this tree out. You'll notice I'm tearing it, not because I have to, but because I want that more rustic look. I'm going to make my tree a little shorter too. Oh, I like the way that looks coming in there. Let's put that there. That's good. That's very good. Okay, need some ink again. We're using papers from Ciao Bella. Don't know if you have those available where you are. Let's Craft, but papers are from Ciao Bella, and the journal book, is from Ciao Bella, and then the papers are Ciao Bella. They're both Ciao Bella. Never mind. I was thinking there was another company I needed to acknowledge, but I don't really need to do that. Okay. Maybe I'll get more of my my background showing in this little area down here, Thelma. I want to get out my stickers, my clear stickers. Those clear stickers that give me clear and glossy. I have those. They're also from Ciao Bella. I have some here that I started using before. I have lots of stuff in here. And the paper packs, the foil things, a tree left over from my prior escapades. There's some vellum. That vellum might be fun. Let's take the stickers out for now, though. I think we have some neat sayings and stuff on this. For stiletto skis. Well, thank you for stopping in to say hi, Catherine. Good luck on your event. We'll look forward to hearing that you got the gold. Such fun. Ooh, that's pretty. Now this would be a good way to show. I cut this sticker out right here. These all have a clear background. This would cover some of this area without covering all the sponging. I like that. Let's take that sticker. Now these stickers are not die cut. They're made so that you can fussy cut them if you want to, or you can rough cut them like I'm doing, but because they're glossy and see-through, you can use that in any way that's good for you. If you saw the light change, it's just because the classroom lights behind Bryce just went out. They're on a motion sensor, and we're not being very motion filled here. I wanted to cut that out now because I really want to use that, and my badger can kind of go over the top of that a little bit. You might be asking yourself, did I have a plan when I started? Nope. Which is the beauty of this process. I really, really love art journaling just to make you happy. What?
Elsie says Norway just got gold in ski jumping for women.
Oh, wow. Congrats. Ski jumping for women. Yeah, I like that in there. That's neat. Let's see what else I have. Kind of fill some of this space. And one day she discovered that she was fierce and strong and full of fire, and that not even she could hold her self back because her passion burned brighter than her fear. Walk into nature and witness 1,000 miracles. I do love that. I think I want that one. 1,000 miracles. Okay. Yeah, that's going to look good. I'll go ahead and put that down. And my badger's coming back in here, but I just want to put in some things that are kind of filling that center space without adding another. I wouldn't want to add another big animal there because I already have a pretty good sized owl and a pretty good sized badger. It's not that there's anything wrong with having multiple animals in, but that badger's really big. And given the fact that he would eat a lot of the other animals, you don't know that I want to put any little critters right in front of him. Okay.
Hi, Kim.
Hi, Kim. Welcome, friend. We're art journaling, and it's so much fun. Okay, I think it's time to put her badger in. Well, we are well represented here today with Elsie from Norway and what's her first name again? Karina from Denmark, and Kat from Scotland. France and Scotland. It's like we have our own Olympics here today. We have a good international representation. It's thought of something. I kind of tear this at an angle and let more of my corner show there, my inked corner. I don't know why. I just feel like I want to do that. But I didn't want to pick it up and stick it to the face of my artwork. Glue all over since I'm going to, I don't need this much glue normally, but since I'm going to varnish over this, I want to have quite a bit of glue. I'll show you guys how we're doing here. Isn't that coming together nicely? What fun. Okay, we do need to do some work on this other page too, lest it might think it's finished. Oh no, it's not finished. It needs fun things, like sayings and stuff, and maybe even a tree or something back there. I actually really like this snowy tree I could put right in here on the edge. I'm going to cover up some of my waterfall if I do that, though. It's tough. Boy, sometimes it's tough. Because you have beautiful pieces you don't want to cover. All right. What am I going to do? I have a little tiny mouse who could be up in this branch if it wanted to be. Do mice climb trees? My mice climb trees.
Sure.
Why wouldn't they climb trees?
Yeah.
I think I want this little peeking mouse, because I have to have all the critters I can manage to put in without having anybody in the path of danger. I'm going to put this little mouse up here behind the pine cones. Leaning over the pine cones in the corner. Why not? Sorry about the time difference. That's tough. We've tried to kind of put things where they are the most friendly to, you know what, I'm not even going to see my mouse up there. When it's not white in the back, he doesn't even show. That's a waste of a mouse. Waste of a good mouse. I think my mouse is going to have to go on something else. I don't want to stick him where he doesn't show. Well, I love the fact that you found us this week and you're with us, and we will be grateful each time we get to see you. Okay. So my mouse didn't work out so well. I could put a goose up in the sky. That actually might be kind of fun back here. Let's put a goose going through. Why not? I also have that adorable, really adorable little bird, which would be good. Nope. Wondering, could I fit that bird in over here? You got to think about the fact that these are transparent, so they have to go up against something light, or you have to put it on white. That's the other thing I could do with my mouse, is just put it over some white cardstock and use my mouse up there. I might still do that because I kind of like the idea of him peeking into the picture. I might do that. There he is up there. I want this bird here too, though. So many fun things to use. Art journaling. Whatever you want to do, whatever makes your heart happy. That's what we should do. Use anything that makes your heart happy. Animals make my heart happy. Inspirational sayings make my heart happy. This could come out from that other tree. That's cute. That's actually really cute. Let's see if it's light enough to pull it off. Another nice thing about these stickers is that when you first put them down, they're movable. The longer they sit, the less movable they become. Now that looks good in here. See our little bird coming into the picture. I like that. That's fun. Let me get that mouse, and I'm going to put that mouse on a piece of white cardstock. That's what I'm going to do. I'll put my mouse on a piece of cardstock, cut it out, and then it will have a light background. We shall see. Come on. I don't mind that it has multiple layers. You can use foam squares and stuff in this process if you want to. I used some foam squares in my autumn page. Or I'm going to lacquer it. I probably will use that sparingly. Okay. I'm going to cut right under my little mouse here. The white doesn't seem to. I'm going to fussy cut this. White doesn't seem to blend in quite right. Why I'm fussy cutting with these great big scissors, I don't know, when I have multiple pairs of the others right in front of me. It seemed like the thing to do at the time. There we go. Now my little mouse fits. I don't know. Is it big for there, though? I don't think it really matters, but what do you think? Mouse in, mouse out. We want the mouse? We want the mouse out. I want to wait for your responses before I glue the mouse in. I also have some fun foliage that Bryce cut for us. Let's pick up a piece of foliage or two and see what we can do.
Yeah, it says mouse in.
Mouse in. Okay. Anybody else want to vote on that? This is beautiful, Debbie. Mouse out, Elsie said. So we have a mouse in and a mouse out. That's okay. It's all friendly voting, so nobody will get mad at you if you express your opinion. Just give me your opinions, guys. Mouse in, mouse out. I can't really decide. The mouse is actually kind of has a little big for that area. But that doesn't mean I can't use it. I can do whatever we want to do. Whatever we decide we want. That little foliage looks good there. Okay, what other major elements do I want? I need something. I don't know why I think I need something over that bear because in this picture, because that bear's beautiful just the way it is. But we could. I'm not sure I love the fact that I have a bell in my tree here. So I think I might cover up the bell. Why does it bug me? I don't know. It just does. So I have these big pine cones that are about the same size as the ones in the picture. I could just bring some of those pine cones right down over the top of that bell. Okay. Well, it's really no sacrifice to change the time other than the fact that I'm not a morning person. Let's craft that. Karina. Sorry, it takes me a little while to learn names. But I'm not really a morning person, Karina, and it meant starting before noon. Which means I have to try and be a decent person at an hour of the day that.
Adeline votes for mouse in.
Adeline votes for mouse in. Okay. Oh, I need a little bit more branch to attach those. I kind of got a little carried away and maybe cut away too much. Need a little more to hold those pine cones in. Still looking for any votes. Thelma's being quiet. That's not like you, Thelma. There we go. I'll just put a piece back in there and then attach. There, now I don't have a bell out in the middle of the forest. I do have a kingdom in the forest, and for some reason that's okay. But bell bothered me. You will find, Karina, that the unvarnished Deb is what you always get. No matter. Now, what did I do with there? Kind of, you always, I can't see the mouse. Okay, I'll put the mouse back and you can vote, Thelma. You always get 100% me. If I make mistakes and stuff, I'll laugh and then I'll fix it. But we don't chop those out. Even when we store the videos for use later, we don't edit that stuff out because, that's what crafting's about. You have your good moments and you have your less inspired moments. I'm going to cut a little bit more of this white off the edge of the mouse. I wanted all the white in so the mouse would show, and now that I've got the white, I'm cutting more and more of it off. It's just a little thing, Thelma, but we want the mouse in the upper corner. Let me see if I can take my fingers off him and have him stay there. You just get the unvarnished me. I don't think I've ever said varnish so many times in a live stream. You want, is that a yes, keep the mouse in, Thelma?
I don't know what Mary R means by repeat. Please repeat.
Please repeat. What do you want repeated, Mary R?
She went to feed Gemma, so
She what?
she's gone to feed Gemma.
Oh, okay. All right, I'm going to put the mouse in. I think we had more ins than outs, right?
Yeah.
So I'm going to put the mouse in the corner there. Somehow it just kind of tickles me a little bit to have the mouse looking in behind the owl. Okay, we got our mouse in. I'm loving this. I think maybe it's not going to be long and we'll want to change the page and do something else. Perhaps. The forest will always hold their secrets, for that's what forests are for, to separate and hide things, to protect, to comfort, to hold, to envelop, to demonstrate, to slow down, to hold, to think, to teach. Go to the trees to explore your questions and dreams. Go to these trees to desire and seek. The world will listen as you walk, watch, soften, and breathe. Actually, I really, really like that. I haven't placed light enough for it. Let's see if we do. One day she discovered that she was, oh, we did that one. It's not so much for the beauty that the forest makes claim upon men's hearts as for the subtle something, that quality of the air, the emanation from old trees that so wonderfully changes and renews every weary spirit. That also is beautiful. Wonder if that would go down here next to the bear. All these little sayings is what will lift me up when I'm looking at my art journal. Well, that and just the prettiness of nature, which is one of the reasons why I wanted to do a foresty one, because nature is beautiful. No, where's that background paper? Stop it. I think I'm going to put background paper on this sticker too. This is a little bit of white showing around the edge, which is going to be really stark on my page, so I'm cutting that away. Yes, I like that there. It's kind of covering up that rock. That's nice. That's nice there. Okay, glue. It's easy to make beautiful things when you have beautiful materials to work with, isn't it? It's not hard to get inspired when you have these beautiful scenes and things. Love that. That looks good there. I think I need a couple little paper greetings, and I saw some. I saw some of these pages. Decide where I might put some things. I still think I like some of these die cuts in. Like with the die cut right where it kind of overlaps but doesn't obscure the words. And another green one here. What did I do with it? There's one. It's too big. I encouraged you to make some of them white so I could paint them on the air. Now I'm wishing I had more green. Maybe just even a single branch coming up there might be good, though. I had two of them that looked even better, I think. Losing things in all my creativity. Well, oh, nope, that's not it. But I can use this one. Let's just get a little paint on it. Sprinkle a little paint on here, a little. Just a little. I only need a tiny bit of paint for this branch. Really sunk into my paper. Message here is that we don't have to we can make our own embellishments with our own color palette. I actually like the variation in tones between those two. That's pretty. Okay, I'm going to put that down. I like it. Close up my little shaker. And my glue bottle. Okay. We're only an hour in, so we could do a different page. I think we might have to do that. This one came together really fast. I like having a variety of things on here. The stickers, the background papers, the die cuts. Really multimedia. Our inked background and our varnish on top of everything. We'll have I wanted to put my branch in so that it kind of nestles right up to my sticker there, but doesn't obscure any of the words. Does that look more natural when you can put that, just that little thing in? I think we're almost at a point in time when we need to say, this is good, let's stop. Because sometimes we can get more than we need, although I would like a little like just little tiny, like that. Winter Wonderland. I'm going to put that Winter Wonderland up there in the corner. I just feel like it wants something over that big corner. Well, thanks for hanging out with us, Karina. We love to see our crafty friends from around the world and from our back door. In case any of my local friends are watching. Dates with hubby are certainly important. Oh, I like that there. That's perfect. It's just exactly what I wanted. I like that. I think, guys, we're going to call these 2 pages finished. What do you think? I love them. I especially love, my favorite element is this tree tearing the edge of the sparked paper. That tree is really spectacular. I love that. And I like how we were able to add some of the sticker elements, even though they are glossy, by adding white paper behind them. Even though they were transparent. I'm loving that. Let's change a page, and we don't have to stop. We just probably, will you get me, let's get me some sponge, a sea sponge. I think they're in the drawer there. A drawer, yeah. Applicators, around the applicators and brushes and things. So what do we want to do for, oh, look at this. You guys know how I like deer. Look at the deer. The deer is cool. The deer is very cool. Yeah, so I'm just really attracted to this fox sitting in front of the stuff there. Let's see what else I've got here. So many beautiful pieces left. We still have this one that I used before. I do love that. Postcards on the edge. It's just so pretty. It's such a nice piece to bring in. That's what I'm looking for. Thank you. And Grace went and found my sea sponges. You can tell I discolored it from using them last time. Let's do that background. Let's do that sea sponge background. We'll start there. Maybe just do a little page prep for our next ones and take it from there. It needn't take all day to turn out really pretty. Just gotta kind of let your imagination go. I think this time, instead of leaving it white in the center, I'm going to make sure that my sponging goes clear up to the edges. Look how easy this is to get that beautiful finish, guys. Just a piece of natural sea sponge, because you have all those beautiful crevices and things in the sponge. I love that. I'm going to do the whole page instead of leaving them open in the middle this time. Sorry about the squeaking. I think we need more ink. More ink, please. Thank you, guys. I love it too. It's fun. So use stuff from whatever manufacturer. Doesn't all have to be from the same company. Happens today I'm using stuff from the same company, but I have a bunch more foresty things from different companies in my stash, and I rest assured by the time this album is finished, I will have access to everything. I like the way that looks. Isn't that pretty? That just says foresty to me. I also like the way that this powder kind of picks up with some lighter and darker bits, which is very fun. I think as long as I'm doing, let's do a couple pages here. Let's get a couple pages done. Oh, it takes me right up to. I might have to go the opposite direction. Let's do a page over here. I get right up to my autumn pages there. Yep, some people call this process junk journaling, and it certainly is a form of junk journaling. I prefer the term art journaling because to me, it's just making art from my heart. You know, it doesn't have a purpose in mind. It's not, I'm not going to necessarily put pictures in it. I could. I'm not going to put journaling cards in it, although I could. I'm just creating something that makes my heart sing. And if it does that, you can feel the pressure as you work on something like this. You kind of feel pressure melt away, and it just becomes pure joy. It's hard to describe unless you've done it, but I really encourage you guys to try this. We all have a plethora of paper, and maybe you don't want to commit to doing a journal. Just get out some piece of cardstock and start your creative process, even on a piece of cardstock, because you can cut that and fit it into a journal. But just grab some of your papers and go. Whatever, grab some things you like and just start going. Maybe some florals or other things that make your heart sing. And some scraps. We all have those scrap piles. Okay. So let's see what we have now. We just added this piece. Isn't that beautiful? It's so pretty. And it's a perfect background because we can work all around it and leave some places blank. There's our original pages. Here's our pages from today. Here's our next set of pages. Here's our pages that we did in October, November, in there. Loving my art journal. Oh my gosh. Let's see. Where would I like to start here? What speaks to me? I did use the fox with the kits earlier. Love those little kits in the nest, but I did use that before. Let's try and see something I haven't used before. These don't have duplicate pages in your paper pad. It's just that I've made some before, so I have some duplicates. Look what I just saw. There's a moose in here. When snow falls, nature listens. Well, I think we absolutely have to have the moose. No matter what else we do, I have to have the moose. So I'm going to cut this out to start with so I'm not tearing into any of my others. There's that little mouse we saw before. He's looking over a rock this time. I also like using the moose because he wouldn't be a natural predator to any other little animals we want to put on the same page, so I'm not going to. Why does that matter to me? It shouldn't, but yes, I'm inspired by the moose. And also, I have a deer there too. That would be fun. I have a deer in the foreground. Let's see the deer. Cut it out. Probably will tear these. Maybe, but maybe not. I love that deer in the foreground. I saw one earlier that had deer in the distance. Where did that go? That one right there. This would be a good one to put together. You have these guys in the background, or in the foreground, and in the foreground, I guess. Yeah, that would be very natural to have that. Let's take this one. Just things that make me happy. Raccoons make me happy. I don't want them stringing my garbage, but a raccoon just to look at makes me happy. I told you before about the fight between the raccoon and the possum, and I had a deck that was right off our family room. It's not there anymore. We're sitting in what used to be the deck, but the raccoon was used to coming up and eating our outdoor cat's food, and a possum came up on the porch, and the two of them got into a row over the food dish, and it was sad but natural and interesting to watch them go at it. It was kind of crazy. I think I'll take this piece off the sky and maybe use these geese elsewhere because they're kind of cut off on the one side. That's a neat piece now. He's kind of a foreground moose, so he's going to have to. I'm liking a little bit of this. Just got to get a kind of a concept going here. Boy, I did love that tree. I'm almost tempted to do another tree. I do have some other little critters, cutout critters we can use too. Let's see what else we've got. Look at that ermine. Isn't he beautiful? Ermine. Not sure how you say that. It's beautiful though. Oh, I like this one with the squirrel in front of the cottage. That's really cute. And snowflakes are kisses from heaven. I think this little guy. You take off some of this dark gray or dark green around the edge. I'm gonna put him in with a straight line. I like him right at the margin there. I like that. Let's just work our way out. Okay. I need some scenery. Might have to go to some of my other papers and backgrounds. I really like this. I'll take a couple of these small squares. Some great borders there. Might even be fun to use the whole strip. I don't know. Kind of ending up with squares on a lot of this. I like that though. I like the way that looks together. What's what I got here? I'm liking the way this is coming together generally. I like some more foliage. Oh, that would be cute up there. Okay, I'll cut that one. Darn. Yeah, I'm gonna cut this page and take this piece out with the babies. I have this piece with the fox. I think that would be really cute. Okay. Looks like people are kind of wrapping up here, so I won't keep you too much longer, guys. Looks like people are kind of scattering to the four winds, and we have definitely accomplished some with our. I like this with the foliage around it too. We may just sign off here soon. I don't want to keep you longer than you're having fun. Oh, that's cute up there. Okay, I'm liking that. I'm liking that a lot. Keep my tall tree. I like that. Yep. I'm going to put the kit's hand up at the top. I have to see a moose in the wild. That's on my bucket list. It must be done, guys. I must see a moose.
big horse with antlers.
Bryce says a moose is just a big horse with antlers, but I never see a big horse with antlers. It just must be done. Excellent. Grocery store. Not a favored pastime. I like this foliage. I want to keep it, but I don't necessarily love the current placement of it. I also like this postcard, and I hate that I have to take this lower one out, but it's covering up my tree, and I like my tree. I like that, though. I like the way that looks. That's neat. And just a little bit more. I like that right there. That's good. What fun. What fun. I could do this all day. Like I said, I'm not going to keep you all day. I could do this all day, though. And it's fun, and it makes me happy. A little long there. I don't want to interfere with my ability to close my journal, so trim that back just a bit. There we go. Oh, I love that. I was going to put him on the other side, but I really kind of like the way the squirrel looks right here, too. I need a saying of some sort right here. I like that. It's great fun, Zelma. Yeah, it just fits there. It not only fits there, it just kind of feels right there. Let's put this one there. I like that. I like that. Okay, I need a saying. Mocha, please, honey. When out at the edge of a forest, musing on life as we watched the world pass by, we were the moment. We were the moment. Nowhere to go, nothing to do, simply to be. And into the forest to go. I use that one. The forest is a mystery, a pocket of soul, a breath of unending love, grown old. Okay, I've got to have a couple sayings on here. Take it to anywhere. I think this is stark enough to go here. I kind of like that. Yeah, isn't that good? I like the Swiss Miss in my coffee. It's a whole lot cheaper than Starbucks. I'm getting a mocha there. Leave more of my space on this one, I think. It is important to make ourselves happy. I think there's a healing power in letting yourself be happy. I agree with you. It's funny because the thing I was attracted to that I had to go to first was my moose. But I'm liking the way this is coming together. My moose isn't on the page. It actually could look really cool there. Just put that branch kind of surrounding that saying. I'm going to fussy cut it. I'm just going to let it surround. I like that. I'm going with that. I think I maybe want 1 or 2 more sayings on here. And this is going to be done, guys, because I'm loving it. And then I think we'll stop because I don't want to bore you guys. I don't want to stick around long enough that it's not fun anymore. Okay, I'm thinking I need a greeting of some sort here. Maybe something up here. Maybe not. I actually kind of like the green showing up there. Another thing I could do is use a little piece of my foliage here or there. Rice cut for me. Need a saying. This winter saying would be maybe good right there. I think I like that. I think I'm going to take this winter saying. Overlap it a little bit. Some of my other elements. Oh, that looks good there. I'm putting it right there. Oh, wow. I have never stamped on burlap, Thelma. I probably never will since I'm allergic to it, but it sounds fun and artistic. I'd have to use gloves and a mask if I did that, which I could do. I just would never be able to really get it out and enjoy it. Look how that looks there. I like it. I like it a lot. One little piece for the top here, maybe. Let's see what we've got. We've got just a little heart there. That's kind of fun. It's just a little sticker heart. Let's see what that looks like. Not enough to take over the space. Still let the green show, but I'm done with that page. I love that page. Look here. Our fox corner that we put in. We tore this all out. And we added our squirrel, who's so cute. We took the winter only out of the big fox tag. We added our saying up here and crafted our branches around it. We put our postcard here. We just top it off with that little heart at the top. I love it. It's done. It's done. Wow. Wow, wow. I'm so happy with that. So very happy with that. I think it's wonderful and it makes me feel good. And take one more perusal through our journal pages now. So here's this one that we just did. These pages that are already varnished now, so we can kind of see where we're going. There's our 2 pages we did earlier. Aren't they fun? I just love it. Look at that. Wow. And because I put all the elements that just speak to my heart, it's just like it couldn't be more beautiful to me because it speaks to me. And then we've got our pages prepped for another one. And then here's the one we did earlier. My journal is coming along very nicely. I'm having a great time with it. Okay, so this concludes our 3rd in the series of the Ciao Forest Tales together with our Hutch project. We have finished this over the last 3 weeks. Come back in on a close up. Go in the right direction here. And this is very economical. I'm going to have lots more fun. You can see I have lots of pieces of paper left, and then I, of course, have more of the Ciao stuff. So I'm just going to keep going and going. I'm going to do more in my journal of the orange, too, that we did before. I'm going to do some more with that. But I'm loving the way this is coming together. It's just such great fun. I should have the lights on, or lighted Hutch. There we go. Yeah, I'm loving the way this is all coming together, and I hope you guys have enjoyed this series as much as I have. I have totally adored bringing it to you. Such fun. So for those of you who are still here, if you leave a thumbs up, I sure would appreciate it. I love to see that. It makes me feel good that you guys enjoy it, but even more importantly, it tells YouTube that what you guys are enjoying, what you're seeing on our channel, and that's really important because that way they refer new friends to us like we have had recently. And when we sign off, which we'll do momentarily, Mary sends a happy mail to a winner of a drawing every month. And so if when we sign off, you'd hit that arrow up in the corner of your screen, give a comment about this series of classes, maybe what you liked, what you found fun, what you could see yourself trying, any of those things, or something totally unrelated. So I will love reading those, and I will respond to most of them. And if you're not already a subscriber, hit that subscribe button because you don't want to miss a thing we're up to. We do fun stuff every single week. I'll be back on Wednesday with What's New Wednesday. That'll be at 4 o'clock Pacific time, 7 p.m. Eastern. Look for some new, the Christmas sale is now down, as is the special purchases sale. Watch for a new promotion starting today. And I think that's all I need to say for now. This is Debbie at simplyspecialcrafts.com. Check out our website, our wonderful specials. You'll find these materials. If you have trouble finding anything, our customer service number or email is right there. Send us an email and we'll help you find what you're looking for. And I think that's it. It's Debbie from Simply Special signing off with good night, Gracie.